Camera and timer ready.
Good morning, everyone. I'm gonna introduce you about the Vietnamese culture. Vietnam is one of the largest and one of the most beautiful countries in Asia, with attractive nature landscapes, rich history, and variety of cultural traditions. The specific locations and landscape of Vietnam allows it to concentrate various traditions into one Vietnamese culture. People are celebrating traditions and they are also developing them. Interesting festivals bind people together, and that's one of the reasons why this country grows so fast. So let's start off by looking at some of the basic information of Vietnam. Vietnam is located on the eastern part of Indochina Peninsula along the coast of the South China Sea. As you can see, it's a long, narrow nation shaped like a letter S. The population of Vietnam is estimated to be 92 million, and according to CIA, the World Factbook, 80% of them do not have beliefs in religion, and only 9.3% of them are Buddhist, and 6.7% of them are Catholic. The capital of Vietnam is called Hue, and it's in the north of Vietnam, and it is the location of central government institutions. It's the second largest city after Ho Chi Minh City. Vietnam can be divided into three parts: the south, middle, and the north. From my interview to my Vietnamese friend Peter Wayne, they are very different from each other. He said the major difference are the dialect. The south makes the foreign dialect, and the middle have the traditional and the old ones, and the north dialect is what Vietnamese consider the proper one. Besides dialect, food is also very different, as well as the taste of the people. In Vietnam, they have special ways to hold weddings and funerals. Let's look at that. Weddings and funerals have vital roles in Vietnamese culture. The modern weddings are very different from the weddings in the past. In the past, most weddings are arranged by parents, and the groom and the bride may have only met on the day of the engagement. But now, single girls and boys can arrange their marriage by themselves, and the parental permission is not as important as it was before. The traditions of funerals are being followed. Vietnamese believe that the sense of death is that of finality, so the funeral must be solemnly organized. It often takes place during over 3 days after the day of death, and the steps are: you keep the body at home for worship and prayer, and you bury the body. After 3 days, you open the grave and for worship. After the funeral is over, the family brings the rice to the family on the 49th days, and they need to end tears on the 100 days. And they also commemorate the first anniversary of death. Next is one of the most important festivals for Vietnam, which is called Tet. Tet is a traditional New York for Vietnamese, followed by lunar calendar. A week before Tet, people start to clean up their house because according to legend, 7 days before Tet, the kitchen god will return to heaven to report to the Jade Emperor how each household do, and this report will determine the fate of each household in the coming years. The eve of Tet is filled with excitement and anticipation to the new year. As the clock strikes midnight, the Gale Song ceremony commences, marking the end of the previous year and the beginning of the new year. People pray for New Year and they watch the fireworks together in the temple. During the subsequent days of Tet, people go visiting relatives and the children can receive red envelopes from elders to wish good luck. I found very interesting that the plants have symbolic meanings for the Tet festival. The bamboo is the New Year tree, just like Christmas tree. People decorate it to wish good luck for the coming years. And the peach blossoms is to ward off evil spirit during the Tet. And the kumquat is the family tree. The fruits represent grandparents, and the flowers represent parents, and the buds represent children. Through many struggles, the Vietnamese people have created their unique culture. One of their biggest and most typical festival is Lunar New Year. The lack of understanding these customs and culture may cause frictions between Vietnamese people and the people from other countries. So to understand Vietnamese people is to understand Vietnamese culture. Vietnam is a nation of hardworking, and people put efforts together to make Vietnam better. Thank you.
Time.
6:37.